Modern guitars? Check. Today we're going to be checking out PolyChrome DSP's newest drop, Nunchuk. Let's find out what it is together. Vamos a lanzar now. We break it down, baby. Alright, my friend, thank you so much for being here once again. And like I was saying in the intro, today we're going to be checking out the newest drop by PolyChrome DSP and McLaughlin.
Nunchuk.
We all know what a nunchuck is, but I kind of don't see the relationship with a guitar amp. So we need to find out together. Let's go to my computer. Alright, so here we are, and this is the PolyChrome DSP Nunchuk. And just as a first impression, is it me or it looks a little bit cleaner than all the other plugins? I'm not gonna go open another plugin just to find out, but if you know, let me know in the comment section down below so that this can be a two-way conversation. Alright, let's keep going. So the first thing that I see is like it looks a little bit cleaner. I wonder if it's like the background is all black now and it used to be some 3D something, I don't know.
Whatever it is.
So let's check the interface really quick. And if you wanna skip this part, go to this minute right here where we're gonna start making a little bit of noise. See you there, my friend. Disclaimer, by skipping, you assume the responsibility that you might miss part of the fun in the video. So it's up to you, my friend. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to try to find is the size button. I wonder if it's this. Oh, okay, very handy. You just pull it down. Whatever. Let's try to go further. See how big it can get, just for fun. I mean, that looks incredible. Just the graphics. They look so sharp. Like, just look at these letters. They look so sharp to me. And I know I keep repeating myself by saying that a lot of people are paying a lot of emphasis into the way their plugins look. And I celebrate it. Not only because they look great, but because as developers, they went through the thought process of like, okay, people have really good TVs. They have really good screens in their laptops, really good screens at home. We need to make sure that we have great graphics, right? And if we have great graphics, we need to make sure that that plugin is huge. And that's amazing. Bold decisions let me know that you're confident about your product and that you really want to show the world that it's the best thing that you can do. And I really applaud that. I love the people that are really trying hard. And it's funny because in the beginning, I didn't really vibe with PolyChrome DSP too much, but I can see their growth as a company and I really can appreciate it. Let me know in the comment section if you can appreciate that kind of stuff. All right, but right now, let me get to a sensible size because the camera is right there and I can't see what's happening. But you already know that I'm going to make this great zoom for you so that you can see what's happening and what's going on. Okay, so let's start with the interface. And the first thing that we see, okay, the branding with the little animation looking fly. Then we have this wide option. I don't know what that means. And there's no little floating helper tool telling you what it is, but let's turn it off just in case. Then we have the hypertune. Okay, then let's keep going. We have our preset area right here. Let's see what we have. Factory presets, clean. Okay, this is the demo. As you know, I always like to demo these products the right way in demo mode. And if you're a plugin developer doing really cool stuff and you would like to see it here on the channel, and if you're brave enough to go willingly through my filter, because you know I have no filter and I'm going to say to everybody whatever it is that I hear, whatever it is that I feel, let me know. Let's work together. And then, of course, like I was saying, we have a few of the presets only because we're in the demo mode, but still, there's some stuff that we can check or not. Oh, I wonder if this is like some sort of like an A/B. Nice. Then we have our input section, gain up and down. Then we have a little gate right here, then a spread knob, and then a compressor, which is pretty nice to have an output compressor. Why are you going to let your plugin clip? It's like the people of Mixwave with that Bloomfield drive. They put a little bit of a limiter at the end, right? That was a great plugin. Okay, and then we have an output section. And now the pièce of résistance, we have the nunchuk amp. And we have 4 different modes: clean, vintage, hot rod, and modern. You know we're going to check every single one of those. And then we have very familiar looking knobs right here. It sort of looks like Marshall-esque to me. And this switches instead of having the cables plugging in and out. Pretty cool. There's no back button, so you cannot mess with the tubes, it seems. But that's okay. I hardly ever mess with the tubes. And then, okay, we have, I guess, a wah over here, then a multi-mod, which is a chorus, flanger, and phaser all in one. I think that's a smart decision. Okay, and then we have a shadow presser, I assume. Okay, this is a compressor as well. And then we have the explode. I'm not going to be able to check this in depth too much because I don't have a MIDI pedal or anything like that to control it. But at least we might do something here with our mouse, right? Then let's see what we have in the next area, because if you can see right here, we can select different parts of the plugin. Let's see what's here. Okay, now we have a plethora of gain pedals. Okay, so this is like a pedal board. Huh. We have like a first stage, like a first floor, and then we have a second floor with nothing but gain. I'm gonna be honest right here. I know that there's a bunch of videos, but I try to not watch it just so that I can be like completely oblivious to anything that people might be saying about it and just like form my own opinion about what I'm listening to. And you know, anybody else can have their own opinion and that's great. Okay, then we have all these drives. Let's switch to this cabinet section. Okay, and they're using it pretty much in like a preset kind of way, right? 4 different 5 cabinets. Okay, pretty great. We're gonna leave it right here on default. And then you can affect a couple of the controls. Resonance, I assume, for a little bit more bass, air for a little bit more treble, room for a little bit more space, and cuts, low and high. Every single cabinet in the modern day and age, I feel like needs to have a low and a high cut. Like, it's a nice thing that they're putting it right here for the people like me that would like to have it. So thank you so much, PolyChrome DSP. And then we have an EQ section, Shaper EQ, a regular, I want to say graphic EQ. Let's see the frequencies they chose, 63, 125, 250, 500, pretty conventional frequencies. Most people would use those. Then we have a mastering EQ. No wonder they went with simple frequencies over here. And here it's a fully parametric. Nice, all the way to 400 on the low frequencies. Mids, pretty great. Okay, that's awesome. We're gonna have to initialize that patch again. Ooh, it doesn't initialize it. Let's see what if we refresh. Nothing. That is very, very interesting. Okay, and then we have another section. Oh, okay, these are the post effects. A spring plate. I wonder if it's both at the same time because there's like no switch to choose, just like short, medium, and long. We're gonna have to check it out. Then we have a delay and a post reverb. Another thing that I'm gonna say I'm happy to see, because I say that for guitar, you need a spring reverb for 99% of the times that you want an actual reverb. I feel like the spring reverb just sounds so natural because at least that's the one that I grew up with. But maybe the kids that grew up with Strymon and all that kind of stuff, they are used to like a whole reverb or something like that, like a big sky, right? And then you have this, I assume, to do that kind of sound. So I want to say that the interface overall looks pretty sweet. I know that you're as desperate as I am to hear some sounds. So let's stop the talking, get to the rocking, and grab a guitar. Zoom. Today we're going to be using my PRS SE Custom 2408 because I can go from humbucker mode to single coil mode in this simple switches. This would be the perfect moment for you, my friend, to go get a great set of headphones, AirPods, great set of speakers, whatever you feel comfortable listening to music so that we can have a meaningful conversation in the comment section down below. And while you go, make sure you like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things that we like to do on YouTube, and enjoy this little bossa nova, my friend. I hope your day keeps getting better and better and better. Right, let's go. Okay, so here we are. Default state of the plugin. I'm in my bridge pickup, humbucker mode. Let's hit this chord. Right, and the first good thing about the plugin, you see, it starts crying and saying that I'm feeding too much gain into it. 3 days later. Right, so that looks pretty okay. Ooh, and there it is, the first sign that I'm using the demo. But at least there's not an intrusive noise, right? At least they're being classy about it. They're very cutesy, very demure. They're just giving you a silence. Right, that sounds pretty cool. Let's check the clean part of the amp. Okay, that's in humbuckers. Let's see if I split. Okay, the first thing that I love to see is that it's not that super glassy, clean amp that I always hear in the PolyChrome DSP plugins. This is like really sticking to what I'm looking at the interface, right? Like it looks like a beat up old Marshall kind of.
I don't know if I can say that.
It also like sounds the part, you know what I'm trying to say? It's not like that super glassy, like super compressed sound. Actually beautiful. Let's see what happens if we jump it. Very sweet tone. I mean, it sounds very tasty. Even like that little roomy sound that I'm hearing, usually I complain about them. And if you see my videos, you know that I do. But this sounds tasty, you know what I mean? It doesn't freaking interfere with the sound. Very nice. Let's see, right now I feel like I want a little bit more presence. I mean, that sounds really, really good. Let's boost it all the way up. Still quiet. You do not want to do that in this amp. Let's turn it down, maybe like 7.5. I don't know, I feel like it just lost the essence the second I pushed it a little bit too much. Maybe a little bit, let's be sensible. Much, much better. I mean, to me, that sounds really, really nice. I mean, I'm gonna have to say it again. I'm pretty happy that the people at PolyChrome DSP are doing a vintage sounding amp. I don't know if it's just familiarity or something, but right out of the bat, I just feel at home. I don't feel like that intrusive situation. Like, for example, the same thing that I feel when I'm using my guitars with my Fishman's pickups. I don't know, I just don't connect with them the way that I normally do. And with this one, my PRS into this. It just makes me feel at home. Okay, but let's stop talking. Let's go to the hot rod version. I mean, I read hot rod and I just went straight to, I thought it was going to be like way more gainy. I thought maybe like Van Halen kind of tone. But no, it's actually like vintage hot rod. Let's go to single coil. I mean, maybe a little bit too much gain for that, but pretty good. I mean, that sounds really, really nice. Now let's hear the modern tone. Wow, there's a lot of noise there, but I want to say that that's not the noise that you can get away with the gate. It just sounds like a Marshall. All right, let's see the jump right here. I mean, a little bit noisy for my taste. This part, the modern part.
Like, I feel like almost like there's like white noise, you know what I mean?
Okay, so yeah, right out of the bat, the modern, it's a little bit too noisy for my taste, but let's go to the vintage tone and let's start checking out these little pedals right here. Let's start with the wah, let's see what happens. Alright, should we put a little bit of delay just to have a little bit more fun over here? Boom, turn it on. Ooh, okay, and we have 4 different algorithms. Let's see what they do. Okay, I like that one because that's mono, exactly where the guitar comes. The delay comes through. Beautiful sound and delay. Let's see the wide. I feel like when it's a white delay, I mean, it's really cool when you're having fun and whatever, but even when you're playing on your own, when you don't hear a delay coming from the center where the guitar is, in my opinion, feels a little bit weird. Or at least in headphones, it feels weird. Maybe if I'm at the speakers, it feels all right, but in headphones, it feels a little bit weird. All right, now let's try the pong over here, which I assume is just a ping pong delay. I really like this vintage tone. I mean, they always do really, really good delays, but this one just hits different. And I want to say the overdrive in this amp sounds almost like an overdrive special kind of sound. It has that little like fuzzy texture, like very metallic. I want to say like an iron sounding transformer. I don't know. It's like very, very aggressive. It sounds really, really good. But now that we're right here, why don't we just try the spring plate too? Maybe go to the clean channel. I mean, really nice. Let's try to give it a little bit more. Really nice. I really like that one. Let's see what happens if we turn the amount down now that we have the long one. Beautiful. Let's see what happens if we put a little bit of this delay on maybe the pong. That was really exciting. Okay, this would need a lot more. Or maybe we can actually put this reverb now. Really, really nice. So this section, stellar. Nothing to complain about. Every single sound, in my opinion, in my book, great. Okay, and we had the wah on all that time. That cocked wah kind of sound. You witnessed it, my friend. We were there. Let's check the multi-mod real quick. Woof! I love that they went straight up for the widest they could have done it. Beautiful. Let's see the phaser. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sound. Let me just do the flanger with the depth all the way up like that. And maybe have a little bit of the distortion. I mean, it sounds really good. What can I say? I'm starting to freaking sound horrible. I like everything. Okay, back to clean. I like to hear my compressors in clean. Let's compress a lot. I mean, that sounds stellar. Great compressor. Let me bump it all the way up. Okay, let me compensate here with the output. Maybe it's not the perfect attack for that, but it still made it sound funky. Let me go to my middle position. Let's hear where we were. Let's see what happens if we use this little tight thing over here. Although I feel like that's going to be more like a bass kind of thing. Ooh, I took it back. Wow. Now let's try this thing. What is it? I never tried one of these. Maybe let's go to something with more gain. I wish I could have like a controller because that sounds sick. Oh, and this one goes low. Cool. Okay, I'm not gonna keep messing with this because it's just dumb. But let's go to the next section and hear the overdrives. Let's do it in the clean so we know what we have. And let's start with the octaver and see what it sounds like. I mean, I'm just gonna say that it's tracking incredibly well. Now let's see what this storm drive is. Let's try not to break up the amp too much. A little bit pokey, right? Let's turn this down and see what happens. Much better for my taste. Let's turn it up. That sounds pretty good. What a wide range, right, of tones just by changing my pickups over here. Okay, now let's see that green mamba. Let's try to push it a little bit more so that we can hear the differences. So honestly, I feel like this is probably the best way to get gain in this amp, just by using your pedals. That's why they give you such a plethora of tones, because as you heard earlier, it was pretty noisy, but this... It's super, super clean and super distorted, which is exactly what we want, right? It's not until I push it all the way up, right, that we have the problem. I mean, that sounds really, really good, really good. Let's see the rat. That sounds really good. Both of them. I'm gonna say that I like the OD better. It just sounds like it could fit in a song instantly. Like you don't have to do anything to it. Now let's hear Metal Charlie. Okay, that's basically comedic. Now let's hear this guy. This one sounds weird. Let's see what happens if I turn it to spicy. Okay, now let's see what happens if we push it all the way hard and see what's up. I mean, I feel like it sounds a little bit better, but it's like a little bit nasal, huh? Let's see if we turn the mids down. Let's turn the treble up to compensate. I mean, it sounds a little bit better, but I don't know if I'm a fan of that one. I mean, when you remind yourself that you were there, let me see what happens if I actually do the bridge pickup as I should have been doing. I mean, I take it back. It sounds really good when you use the right pickup, but maybe not my favorite. I think maybe this would have been my favorite. But my friend, let's leave it at that and let's go get a few conclusions really quick. There you have it, my friend. The Nunchuk by PolyChrome DSP. I want to say that definitely by them, it's my favorite offering. Not only because it just matches my style a little bit better, I want to say, but because it's undeniable that all those sounds are very, very inspiring. I'm going to tell you right now, I played over an hour. I can't believe that I just kept playing and playing and playing and songs kept coming and coming and coming. And I don't even know what I did in the edit, but I hope I saved you that horrible mess of playing that I did for an hour. I cannot believe it. It just sounds good. I feel like every time a plugin sounds really good, I get caught up into it and I keep going and going because I feel like, okay, wait, this is good. And this is good too. And that is good too. So how does that sound? And I'm sorry that I didn't even check the cabinets, but I know that that would have been a freaking rabbit hole too. But my friend, as a conclusion, if you were to have one PolyChrome DSP plugin, Ampsim, it would be this. It's really, really tasty. I love that we have now this option because PolyChrome DSP, and I said it in the intro, I've known them for being a very, very modern, forward-thinking company. But this one just hits home. It's exactly what I like to hear when I play guitar. As simple as that. I had the cleans that I like, the distortions that I like. There's enough gain pedals with such a distinctive sound that you're bound to find something that you like. I wish I would have paid attention to the EQs and like boost and all that kind of stuff. But you know, time does what time does. But maybe I need to do another episode on this one. Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you watch this long video all the way through till now, let's have fun in the comment section and write Poly so I know that you're part of the select few that watched the video through the very end. But that's enough about me, my friend. I want to know about you in the comment section down below. And while you're there, remember to like, subscribe. If you can financially support me, smash that super thanks button right now. I thank you so much. And if you have some more time to watch another video with me, go watch this one right there. I'll be waiting for you. Thank you for being here once again. I'll see you soon.